3, 4. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Rest in peace, Dr. Seuss. Rest in peace, Dr. Seuss. To praise that great man, I don't need an excuse. To me, at least, his quotes came of great use. Rest in peace, Dr. Seuss. Rest in peace, Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss was a great man, I'm sure you would find. Indeed, he was different. He was one of a kind. One of his most famous quotes, those that mind don't matter, he added to that those that matter don't mind. He embraced being you. He embraced being real. He said, be who you are and say what you feel. He embraced honesty, being truer than true, and said there's no one alive that is youer than you. He believed in trying new things. Well, at least if you could. He said, if you never did, you should. If you gave it a go, then enjoy it, you would. He said these things are fun and fun is good, but it wasn't all nonsense he wanted to show. He thought learning was the best way to let your mind grow. He said the more that you read, the more things you'll know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. He said, think left and think right and think low and think high. All the things you can think up if only you try. Dr. Seuss, he believed in us all. He said, a person's a person no matter how small. Having said that, he knew life could be tough. He knew life could be hard. He knew life could be rough. He said, young cat, if you keep your eyes open enough, all the stuff you would learn, the most wonderful stuff. And despite any help that you may ever need, he thought it was our own fate that each of us lead. He said, will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed, 98.75% guaranteed. But most of all, he thought if there was nothing to lose, you could go anywhere with the skills that you use. He said you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. And of course, this one I never forgot. He taught me to be grateful for what I have got. He said you ought to be thankful a whole heaping lot for the places and people. You're lucky you're not. Sadly, in 1991, Dr. Seuss passed away. It was cancer that took him to meet his last day, but I'll end with perhaps his most infamous quote, jostled and jumbled to make one final note. Because it happened, you should smile. Because it's over, you should not cry. Rest in peace, Dr. Seuss. Rest in peace, Dr. Seuss. Rest in peace, Dr. Seuss. He was such a great guy. He was.